Oh my God, we're back again.
Yes, we are.
Yes, you know, you hit me in my chest that you need to do that. Welcome to Living 757, where I get hit in the chest to welcome you guys back. I'm so sorry, but that's what you did. That was our first time seeing that new intro.
Yes,
How cool
yes,
is that? We finally,
I love
after
it.
2.5 years, right?
Yeah.
2.5 years, got a new intro to the show. Pretty cool. Shout out to Nicholas.
Yes, thank you, Nick.
Nicholas.
For
Oh,
putting all
you
those
said the full
moments.
government name
I
on
feel-
camera?
I said
I
his
feel like
full
we
name.
have so many memories from last year and the prior year,
Yeah.
but just to see them like all together now, like oh my gosh, there's so many memories.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun from the things that we did, and I remember the day when we were shooting a lot of that stuff, like seeing the dolphins and all that. So it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. We got a new show open.
And I feel like the show open really portrays in a very short amount of time why we really are the coolest show in town. And don't forget.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And speaking of the coolest show in town, this is actually our first show together because we pre-taped the show that you guys watched last week before our holiday break. So yes, today is our first day in the studios on
In
2023.
2023.
Yes, on
2023,
2023.
seeing each other. Pretty cool. I know. I told y'all don't do that in front of me. Do it behind me. All that hand clapping.
Don't tap
But I miss
does
you.
it.
I
She
miss
did.
you, Quincy. I miss you. For
I
2
missed
weeks.
y'all as well, and it was just cool to. I mean, yeah, we texted and had fun on the phone. Like, did y'all do anything cool? Like
Well,
while y'all was gone?
You know, my family is in Florida, so I went back to Florida, spent some time with my mom and the family. Yes, it was cool. Very cool time.
First of all, y'all don't go for this
You feel like
because
she lying right now?
this girl just follow her Instagram account.
No.
You were in Miami. This girl
Yes.
party lights,
Miami, me llama.
shots, all types of stuff. This girl is a party
no, I'm a
person.
good girl. Look, coffee, family time.
No. She was
Netflix.
partying hard. So while
She was in Miami like, the club can't even handle
It's
me right
Miami. Okay, you guys have to come with me.
I've been to Miami, so that's why I'm like, no, this girl was not.
Welcome
I just
to
seen the family.
Miami.
And da. So what were you doing while she was
So
partying?
how about you?
I was living vicariously through her Instagram story because I was in bed with COVID.
Damn.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I had never had it before. I thought it was a sinus infection, 3 negative tests,
Yeah.
and then 2 positive ones like 10 days into it. But
Yeah.
thankfully, it has
Yes.
kind of evolved and it's not as bad as it once
Hold on,
was.
so it was during the Christmas holidays, or it was
Or
actually during
New Year's Eve.
Both.
Oh wow.
I developed symptoms on the 21st,
Yeah.
and then I was sick all the way until the 2nd.
Wow.
And you know what is the thing? A lot of people was sick because I was traveling.
Yeah.
And I see that people think like a COVID is not there anymore, but it's still, we have flu, we have COVID. It's things that are not going anywhere. So
Yeah.
you still
As I
have
say-
to have precaution and take care of yourself as much as you can. And thank you for you that, you just stay home and it was not.
Yeah, well, it's as I said, like COVID's cousins are flu, cold, and strep throat. So, all of them can come together. And while you were sick, I was being sick and tired of taking down the Christmas decorations because we had to do it last week after New Year's. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I had to take this stuff down. You
Again?
remember I was worried
Okay.
about roaches and rats coming
So
down
wait a
in the
minute.
attic.
Wait a minute, roaches and
Wait
rats?
a minute.
What
You
do
don't
think?
like to put them up, yet you also don't like to take them down?
You don't like anything,
Yeah, because
Quincy.
to take them down, I got to put them back up there. But
So, what I'm hearing is that you don't dislike Christmas and Christmas decorations, you just dislike the work.
yeah, I mean, as I shouldn't enjoy the work. But what I did enjoy when I went back into the attic, I came across some old stuff, pictures and things that I hadn't seen in a while, so it actually was pretty good.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah, so let's see a couple of these pictures. So actually, like this was as you can see how cold it was. This is my wife and I at our first Cowboys, Dallas, Washington football game back in 2007. It was cold and it was raining, and the ironic thing about that season is that was the last game of the season for your team, Ashley, to get into the
say
playoffs.
goodbye.
Just like this year, we played on the last game of the season, but
Okay.
y'all were already out of the playoffs.
That's a lovely picture.
Party
Your story is
hard,
super
hard.
nice. Who's the guy in the blue?
I have no idea who that person is.
Like
Let's go
he
to the.
posed
Look
for
real
the
creepy
photo.
back there, like.
Oh, so this picture right
Okay,
here. This is me at
talk to me.
16. I think I was going to some type of event. I had a shirt in town, but yeah, that was me at
Were you
16.
going
Is that
to
a
a funeral?
cassette?
Why were you dressed in all black?
Well, that's not all black. That was like burgundy pants, man. Okay, so so this is me. I think I was 17. As you can clearly see, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. But
Quincy 17.
this is 17. I was really skinny. My bones were poking through my
Look at
skin.
your muscles.
No, there was no muscles
no
in sight.
This was towards the end of your gotta.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
this right here. I got a. This was my very first car. Can y'all tell what type of car that is? This was in 1994. But that car, can you tell what type of car?
Does it actually drive?
Okay, stop it. All right.
Ashley.
That's a Ford
It's a
Escort,
Ford? Okay, I'll say it's a
1985
Fiat, but
Ford
no, there's no Fiat
Escort
here.
hatchback. So that was the first day I got it.
Oh,
And then,
look
look,
at that.
I put rims on it. So go back.
Kind of look
hold
like a
on,
Mercedes. That's cute.
hold on. Go.
Is that flat
Go back to
tire
the
right
first
there?
picture. Okay, you see I had hubcaps, and then I upgraded, okay, to rims. Look at that. I was balling with the gold trim.
Wait a minute.
That was my
You got a
first car.
flat
Those
tire.
rims look like the plastic $5
Yes.
got them at the dollar store.
Okay,
rims.
I'm done.
They're not rims.
You know what,
They're
stop talking
plastic.
about-
Okay, what do you
Okay,
do?
so-
Quincy,
so
what
this-
happened to your hair?
Was
This
that your
was back.
computer?
This was back when it was okay to cut your hair off on purpose and rock the ball cut. But I got an ugly head, and I will never do that
Okay,
again on
are
purpose.
you printing some documents? What is that?
No, that's me at the ATM. So.
What do you mean ATM?
Yeah, so this is something. These are cassettes. Actually, you're too young to understand.
think she knows.
Yeah, like so
I
that
don't
was
think she
Biggie's
knows
Life
what is
After
that.
Death double
what are
cassette.
those?
Those are cassettes. it's not like downloading
those?
music. It was a cassette. Like you put
It
them in a
was
player.
music,
and
Ashley.
you press play and
You
pause.
listen-
Wait, that's a
Music.
real thing?
Yeah.
Yes, you listen music through those cassettes.
Yes.
You needed like a.
She is so young. She has no idea what cassette. Bless you.
Okay, back in 1990s,
Right. Yeah. Back in the late 1900s.
people
Y'all
used
are a pain in the
cassettes.
neck, all right?
Well,
Right.
because you are the young generation of this team right here,
Hold on,
so
so
we
what
know
would
what cassettes are.
What do you mean by pain in the neck?
I mean, you're a pain in the neck. You're annoying.
Oh.
We're not.
Okay.
You've never heard that saying?
No.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, some,
I
like
heard it, but it just didn't fit.
Okay. Well, mentalfloss.com came up with a list of 10 sayings that Americans say that apparently boggle the rest of the world's mind. And pain in the neck is one of those sayings.
Oh, well, you know what? So a lot of times this is very relative to Patricia and us because Patricia is so transparent. She's like, I don't know what you guys are saying. So, like, I'll give you an idea. Like, do you know what a bucket list is?
Bucket list. I hear a lot. Yes, I think it's a list of things that you want to do.
Right. Yeah. So you going swimming
got it.
last year, you get checked off your
Exactly,
bucket
you
list.
check your things that you want to
Do
do.
you know what it means to be a devil's advocate?
No. No idea.
Okay, so
Do you know what slam dunk means now?
What?
slam dunk. Yes, you
What
do.
is that? No.
Yeah, you slam the
I know
ball.
piece of cake. The easy
Piece
one.
of cake, that phrase for me, that is not a good, like nothing, like cake, making cake is not easy.
Okay, it's not talking about making the cake. It's talking about eating a piece of cake with sugar, which is yummy and super sweet. So that's a piece of cake, like yummy.
See,
it's
I don't
easy.
get that one either because what if you don't really like cake?
Yeah,
Right.
but the action to eat a piece of cake is easy. That's what I understand
Gotcha. So
by
these
piece
are
of
Not
like-
if you don't like it.
These are like
Then it's a piece
American
of you.
American phrases
Okay,
that
now it's
baffle the rest of the
complicated.
world, and now they're baffling us. But what's not baffling to us at all is all the types of activities that you guys can do here in the new year, including the Hampton Roads International Auto Show. That's going to be going down. It's coming up pretty soon, the month of January, and so you guys, I know I've talked about it in the past, okay? But you guys, there this is right there, January 13th through the 15th, and you guys can go there and see a bunch of exotic cars. It's pretty cool. Don't miss it because you have a lot of fun and you get a chance to see a lot of cool stuff.
I love it. Yes, that's a show for the whole family. Also, if we go into Suffolk, Suffolk Park and Recreation, and it's introducing out and about a therapeutic recreation program. This is going to be for adults with disabilities, age 18 and up.
Okay.
The program will take place every Tuesday in January from 9 to 11 a.m. in the morning. And this is going to be a lot of activities. Participants can do activities like card games, puzzles, group games, a lot of things. So if you want more information for this and register, it's just $10. You can call to 757-514-7264 or the website that is right there on the screen.
Awesome. That's exciting.
Well, let's go ahead and get into the show because we got a lot to talk
Yes.
about on this
Yeah.
on the show today, including we got a visit from it's
King Legend 757. And we have a boss babe from J&K Style Grill in the
And
house.
also Quincy Business Park, phase 3 of the Part 216. But coming up next, who's ready for some local music? Don't go anywhere, we just started. Stay with us.
Hey guys, welcome back to Living 757. Now, since the show's very first episode, we've always intentionally highlighted local musicians and bands, right? But our next guest, they're a multi-award winning band called Exploding Sun. That's pretty interesting. Now, they got ties right here in the 757. Welcome to the show, guys. How you doing?
Great.
Good.
Thanks
Great.
for having
Thanks
us.
for having us.
All
Appreciate
right.
you.
So I got Tom, and it's Mike and Rich.
Correct.
You
Yes,
got it
sir.
all right.
You got
Great.
it.
Now, how do you guys know each other? Like neighborhood, friends, family? Like,
So back in the early to mid 90s, Tom moved down here from New York, and a local Virginia guy and a mutual friend put us together. We've been playing music together ever since.
yeah.
And matter of fact, our first gig was the famous night of the O.J. Simpson chase.
Wow.
Right.
Back in the mid 90s.
Right?
Wow. So that was back when y'all used cassette tapes
Cassette
too.
tapes
Right.
all the
Cassette
way.
tapes. Okay. Yes. All right. So how did you come into the fold then, Rich?
Well, these guys have been playing for a few years and ran into a little situation one night where they needed a drummer
Oh, okay.
and asked me if I'd mind sitting in for a night. And once I sat in with them and realized they were as good as they were, I decided I'm not leaving. So
Yeah.
I said, "Where's the next gig?" And they kind of looked at me, and I was like, "Seriously, where's the next gig?"
Yeah, so it's like, well, it's hard to ask a drummer to sit in for a night and the drummer doesn't want to stand up and leave. So that's pretty cool, and y'all have been rocking ever since. So, Tom, with you, this band is pretty interesting, but how did you come up with the name Exploding Sun?
Well, I was watching a Leonard Nimoy special
Really?
on exploding suns, and I thought it was pretty interesting. It's a supernova, and I said, that's a great name for a band, and we stuck with it. We took it, stuck with it, and we've had it ever since. So.
Right, because you guys are mainly like a guitar alternative rock band primarily, right?
Yeah, three-piece rock, drums, bass, guitar, vocals.
Nice, nice. So with all of that, you guys have also won a lot of awards. All right, is there any specific award that sticks out, like a special award that you guys picked up here in the Hampton Roads area?
Well, we're excited to be nominated for this year's 2023 Veer Music Awards.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
But we did win the Best Rock Band from that same group, Veer Magazine, in 2021 for our record True Sonic. And I think that's probably the best one for us because it was nominated by 757 musicians and music supporters. So winning the local award from the people meant
Yeah.
a lot to us.
Yeah, and that's always good when the people here in the area where you live, they back you up.
Absolutely.
And it, it just gives you a good feeling overall. Now, another thing that gives you a good feeling overall is the new song or the song that you guys are going to be performing here later on the show. It's called Frame of Mind. So you got to tell me, it's got to be an inspiration behind Frame of Mind.
Yeah, that one, so that's off the True Sonic album, and I wrote it during COVID, and it was kind of just a feeling of, wow, this is really, a dark time. It's a difficult time for everyone, and, just trying to look forward to better things. And the idea is that, we just need to have a different frame of mind and think, that we'll get out of this, we'll get through this, and everything will be fine. And so it's more about the psychology of moving through it and not being depressed about it and trying to be positive and move forward.
Yeah, and I think overall when it came to COVID and things of that nature, so many people, so many entertainers had to find new outlets and new ways to express ourselves. And I definitely think that you guys have done that. Can't wait to hear the song a little bit later. Where can the viewers go out and find you guys or even follow you? Like where are you guys performing next? Any cool places?
Okay, yeah, so, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're also on Reverb Nation. You can stream all of our music off of Spotify, iTunes, any of the streaming platforms. And yeah, that's pretty much everywhere you get your music, you can find
Yeah.
our music. And I mean, you can't go to the record store and buy it, but I don't think anybody does that anymore anyway.
Got you. So
But live everywhere, all over the 757, all 7 cities and Williamsburg. We're playing live, and
hold up, I heard that you guys are going to be at the Sandler Center.
big show at the Sandler Center for the Emerging Artist Series. That'll be February 16th. So we look forward to seeing a big crowd out supporting local music.
Awesome.
We appreciate all that
Awesome.
they do.
Well, guys, thank you so much. Again, I'm going to let you guys get prepared to entertain us later on in the show. We certainly appreciate you guys stopping by.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
All right. Well, guys, we have a huge appetite for music in this area, but we also have an appetite for food, right, Ashley?
That's right, Q. And you know I am always hungry. And if you all at home could smell what I'm smelling right now, you'd probably be as close to drooling as I am. Our next guest has been a superstar since she was just 9 years old, and now she owns restaurants, food trucks, and she's even released her own cookbook. Please join me in welcoming the owner and CEO of J&K Style Grill, Kiona Dooley. Hey, girl.
Hello. How
Thank you
are
so much for
you?
joining us.
Thank you.
I want to be like you when I grow up, first of all. Because what a dream to be living your dreams from such a young age.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Now, can you tell me exactly what J&K is?
So J&K is home of the original waffle burger, stuffed wings, and gourmet egg rolls. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Just hearing you say those words just made me even more hungry than I already am. Where did you get the name?
So the name came from, my parents are ministers, so it's for the first and last. First, Jesus Christ, and the last child, me, Kiona Dooley.
Oh, I love that. That's really cool. Now, you have basically grown up in the restaurant, right? You were 9 when you got started. You're 16 now. What challenges did you face, or what lessons did you learn in the process?
There's been a lot of challenges, but I would say the biggest one is getting people to understand that I'm the owner and CEO of it. Also, there's another one, is one to hang out sometimes, just relax and be
Right.
a kid some days.
Well, you have to make time for time off, because making you time is important. Now, what all do we have here? I know we have a bunch of different egg rolls.
We do. So I have amazing egg rolls. I have about 50 different types, but the ones I brought out today, I brought out a Philly steak, a salmon, a curry chicken, a crab, and a Tex-Mex egg roll.
And before we got started, I looked at these syringes and I said, are we gonna be taking shots? But those are actually sauces, right?
Yes, ma'am. House-made sauces that I also sell in the restaurant.
Ooh, girl, you said the magic word. I love me some sauces. I'm about to come in just to try those. What are the different sauces that you have?
So this first one is going to be a house-made ranch. I have a smoked teriyaki. I have a Kenyatta sauce, which is amazing. And then a Georgia Red, which is a sweet and spicy.
That sounds so, so good. And you have served some really cool and distinguished people throughout your career, but who are some of your favorites?
My favorite is Jadakiss. He was so nice. I loved him. And then my second favorite, it has to be the governor of Virginia.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, back to Jadakiss. How did you end up serving Jadakiss? That is so cool.
So we were at the place that he was hosting it, and I can't think of the name at the moment. But we were in the back rooms. I was getting everything situated, and he was coming off stage, and my dad was telling me this is a big artist. And when he came in, he was like, "I've been hearing about you, and I want to try your food."
Oh, that's so cool.
Yes.
Now, speaking of the food, I see you have some deconstructed egg roll here. Do you want to start rolling while we talk?
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
All right.
perfect. Now, you also use your talents for good. You're not just a restaurant, a food truck, a business. You also do a lot of charity work. So what makes J&K so special?
J&K is special for first being owned by a 16-year-old me.
Facts.
And it's just so much I can talk about. But the special is we have Southern hospitality that brings people in. When you open the door, you're welcomed with a big smile, like you're a family. And it's just so much I can go on about.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know you also serve our armed service members coming back from deployments. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. We're good, girl.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Live TV, people, live TV.
So serving the armed military, it's been really nice. I like seeing them come off the boat, seeing them be able to enjoy their family once they get off the boat and have time to relax and have some good food.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
And I bet you they appreciate you being there so much. I bet you they're just as excited to see your face and your food as they are, well, maybe a little bit more excited to see their families, but right there on par. Now, you have your cookbook right here.
I do, yes,
When did
ma'am.
you release that? You're only 16.
I released
This is
it
wild.
In 2022, last year, in November, and it has about 12 different types of egg rolls.
Ooh.
Yes,
I'm going to
ma'am.
need one of those, girl.
Yes, ma'am. You can buy them off of Amazon. You can buy them anywhere.
I love it. Now, I have to ask you one last question because I've never heard of this before and I like to cook. How do you stuff a chicken wing?
It's one wing at a time until you have a variety. I have about 50 different types. My favorite ones that we keep in stock at the restaurant is the collard green stuffed wing and the mac and cheese stuffed wing. Yes,
Those
ma'am.
both sound fantastic. And I can't leave this segment without trying one of these egg rolls. So I think you said you wanted me to try the crab.
Yes, ma'am. The crab.
And
is
which
right
sauce?
Here. And this sauce right here, the Georgia bread sauce. Oops.
Man down. All right. And while I am trying this, can you tell our viewers where they can find you, your social media, website, all that kind of stuff?
So you can locate J&K Style Grill at both restaurants. I have 1650 General Booth Boulevard, 6557 College Park Square, as well as our 3 food trucks, which are licensed in 7 cities. You can also find us at Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at JK Style Grill.
Thank you so much for joining us. This is amazing. Like, I didn't even want to talk. I wanted to just keep eating. Now we have to take a quick break, but when we come back, in this day and age, you can never be too safe. Sit tight to find out what I mean. Welcome back to Living 757. Patricia, it seems like every time I open social media lately, there's a new story about someone being followed in a store or in a parking lot. And it's really scary, right?
It is. These days it's very dangerous too.
It is. Well, lucky for us and for all of you at home, we have somebody here today who knows a little something about being safe. Please join me in welcoming Cecil Robinson, a personal protection specialist. Thank you so much for joining us, Cecil.
Oh, you're
Welcome to
welcome.
the
Thank you
show.
for having me. I
Of
appreciate
course. Now, I know the number one question on people at home's minds is probably the same thing that I was wondering when I was prepping for this segment. What exactly does a personal protection specialist do?
What I do is I protect individuals who may come to bodily harm by another individual, or basically just trying to protect their
safety.
their safety
Yeah.
and their safety. So that they won't be embarrassed. Trying to save someone from being embarrassed as well.
Okay.
Well, that's cool because sometimes, like you just say, we are in situations that we don't know how to react. For example, I have a pepper spray on my purse and I use it, for protection. I never use it, but I feel safe when I carry it with me. So now I know that you have some element here. What is your day, your regular day when you are doing your job? Can you walk us through that?
Sure. It depends on the client.
Okay.
If I do jobs for television shows as well, so that's just basically showing up at call time and providing the safety brief and just basically being a facilitator so that there's no interruption at all to production. My main focus is I want to make sure that that my client is successful. So whatever they need to be successful, I'll do it. If it's for a high net worth client and the threat is a little bit more elevated, then there's more that goes into it. It's more an investigative portion. There's advanced work. There's background checks. There's a little bit more work to it.
More things involved. But it was funny because you told me, like, for example, if I'm your client and I'm eating dinner and I forgot my silverwares, what do we have here?
There is silverware.
You're gonna take care of me at the dinner
Right.
table.
So-
I love that.
So here you have a
I
straw,
wanna have a bodyguard.
I know, right?
chopsticks,
Yes.
spoon,
Look at that.
fork. Again, I'll do anything to not impact your operation to make sure that we're successful. We're a
That is
success.
so cool.
And all of these things on the table are part of what you call a go bag.
Go bag. Correct.
So this would be what you would bring to a television set.
That's correct.
Like you're on today.
Right. That is correct.
So this is all stuff that we're familiar with and stuff that we would actually use. And I, for one, find your profession super interesting. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and how you got into what you're doing?
Okay, so I did decades in the United States Navy. I was enlisted, and then I got my commission as a communications officer. I retired, then I did some work. I was a consultant for another organization working with the government, and then I was also a government service employee. So I as a program analyst. So basically, I just got tired of doing the same thing I did when I was on active duty.
Okay.
And I was around the same people that I had served with, and I just wanted to branch out and do something different, meet people from different occupations, and that's when I just decided I'm going to do something else. So I decided to, I had already had the background for this kind of work because I deployed to Iraq twice. So the only thing I needed was my credentials. So I went to school and got some further training and was able to receive my Virginia credentials so I could operate in the state.
I love it. Well, first of all, thank you for your service.
Yes.
Thank you
for
so
having
much.
me. Thank
Yes, how do you see yourself in 5 years from today?
5 years from today, I see myself still continuing to do this line of work. I want to be able to have something that I can pass down to my kids so that they can kind of mold it into their personality and they can continue being able to work on their own.
I love it. Yes.
I love it too. Where can our viewers find more information about you and the services you offer?
Easy. It's Google. Just Google Raven Elite Protection, and it'll come right up, and you'll see my webpage where you can also schedule a consultation, and it also gives the list of services that I provide as well.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Robinson, for being with us. We love this great information. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes,
Well,
thank
now,
you.
Ashley, we're in a new year, and Quincy is exploring the new amenities at Park 216. Let's see what he prepared for us today.
Hey guys, I'm back right here at Park 216, and today we're going to be exploring their newest phase called Era at Park 216. We're talking about all their cool amenities and all the new stuff that's going to be coming. As a matter of fact, I need to stop talking. Follow me. Every time I come into a place, I have to open up a refrigerator. Oh, do you think they would mind if I take anything? Hey guys. You're looking a little mischievous. Are you gonna tell that I took a juice box? Yeah, I can do that. Snitches get stitches, and you already have a few. All right. All right, now let's. Whoa. What the? How did you? You was just over there. What are you doing?
Hey, Quincy.
Huh?
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to the elf on the shelf. Oh, he was just. Oh, you sneaky. He was just right here.
Okay, let's go chit-chat about air at Park 216, Quincy.
Okay. Something strange is going on over here, Virginia. All right, so I'm here with Virginia. Virginia, good to see you again.
You too, Quincy. It's been a long time no see.
Yes, I think this is the third time that I've seen you, but I have to say this clubhouse is decorated beautifully.
Yeah, thank you. We actually do all of this ourselves. Marketing helps a little bit. We go big, especially for Christmas. We have a massive Christmas party for the residents. We keep out a gift wrapping station for everyone. Wait to see what we have in store for spring. So we have all of the same amenities as before, but we are working on a concrete courtyard. So if any of the residents pop out, we do have the furniture set up, but we will be getting our concrete cornhole boards any day now.
Wow, Virginia, there are so many things that you guys already have for phase 1 and phase 2. Now you're ready to add phase 3. Tell us about this. This is Arrowhead Park 216, right?
Yeah, so our phase 3 is currently under construction. It's gonna be a 55 and better community. So we're gonna have 2 buildings, 104 units, 1 and 2 bedrooms are being offered. Let's go look at construction.
All right, guys, Virginia, we are outside, but now we are inside the new lounge as part of phase 3. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so behind us is the massive lounge that we have, the 4th floor entertainment area that we were talking about. It is going to be perfect for any sort of event that you are wanting to hold here.
Okay.
Very similar to the Park 216 clubhouse. We're going to have the island with a nice little kitchen area, just ready for anything you have going on.
Right, and I understand you're gonna have a wraparound deck that's gonna be up here as well.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
It is for all 4 floors. So it's going to start on the 1st floor at the fitness and yoga studio. And then we actually have 2 units that are going to have that wraparound porch as a feature in them.
And you got a game room.
Yes, there is. We've actually got Josh, the construction superintendent, here today to chat with you a little bit. Let's go try to find him.
But you guys are just completely are just making these living spaces huge. Like, talk a little bit about the size.
Yeah, well, so for Era, we're trying to make it somewhat separate from phase 1 and 2. The ceilings are 10 foot on the 1st floor. Our rooms and our living spaces are larger, and we're trying to make it more luxury.
There's so many things that people can kind of see with the framing, but once everything is filled in, what will they be most surprised to know about phase 3?
So different from phase 1 and 2, where we have exterior breezeways to access your units. You'll be accessing your unit from a conditioned hallway inside the building. We also have 2 elevators. One you can move your furniture with. And we also have a trash chute, which you'll be able to walk down the hallway from your unit to drop your trash.
There's plenty of space. There's a lot of amenities right here at Arrowhead Park 216. What more can you ask for? It's the life you deserve. That hat stayed on my head the entire time. That was the one thing I was worried about.
How do you deal with a hat? Because I know you're very cranky about your hair.
Yeah,
Don't touch me.
we were out there at a construction site. I mean, it was crazy because it was cold.
Yes.
And it was a nice chilly day. And they said, oh yeah, and you got to put this hat on. I'm like, you see, it's not going to fit on this head. But it actually did. However, the actual phase, the new phase, like I've seen all 3 phases,
I saw
the new phase was hard to envision because it was all the framing. But it's definitely going to be much like it's like taking it to another level. So it's, man, that place is going to be beautiful, and it's going to be like inside entry and exit and all that type of stuff.
I love that. I was watching the package and it looks like it's gonna be completely full renovated, new amenities, and it's a completely new Park 216. I love it.
Yeah, and the one thing that's also cool, I don't think they put that in the package, but they take care of their staff, because as you saw, they decorate the place and it's all beautiful. But they take care of their staff. Like, they have like a little staff thing like every other Friday where they do like a little grilling, little cookout thing. So Park 216, they are the place that you want to be. And thank you guys for allowing me to take a look at your new face.
Yeah,
I love it.
It looks like you would feel like you were on vacation when you were at home.
Oh yes,
which I love.
Spot. Beautiful spot.
Yes, every time that you go there, it's like you're haven.
I know.
Yes. Also, we have to go to commercial break. Who is ready for the inspirational story? Find out what I'm talking about right after the break, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Living 757. We love when people come together for a great cause, like my next guest. They're just beautiful ladies and powerful, inspirational, and they are co-author of the Words of Wisdom of the Heart and Soul book. Let's welcome to the show Kathy, Shantina, and Latrice. How are you, ladies?
Wonderful. Thank you for having us.
So happy to have you today because I want to know everything about this book. But first of all, Kathy, how do you come up with this idea and put together 36 women to work on this amazing book? Just tell me a little bit.
Well, it was a prayer. You know, I prayed to God and asked him, because I do anthologies all the time. So this is just one of my anthologies. But I prayed about it. And for such a time as this, with everything that's going on in the world, I asked him to give me something that would bring a bunch of women together to put out words, you know, wisdom, lessons, and insight for people, because we all need some type of, you know, pickup or some words of wisdom sometimes if we're feeling down, or just something, a Bible verse to go to, something to pick us up and make us feel good. And that's what this is all about.
I love the story behind this book. And Shantina, I know she just mentioned it. Words are very important. They can change completely the way that we connect with the word. So what is your message as a co-author in this book?
My chapter in the book is actually called The Power of I Am, and it talks about positive affirmations and speaking well over your circumstances and situations. So it was very pivotal for me. Once I learned that skill, it changed the trajectory of my life, and it allowed me to have a positive outlook on certain things. So
that's awesome. And for you, Latrice, can you just tell us about your experience? Like when they call you for this project, how do you feel?
Well, I feel amazing, first of all.
Okay.
And my chapter is Keep Your Mind on Him. And of course, I'm coming from a biblical perspective of keeping focus on what it is that God desires for your life. A lot of times we get distracted by life itself with all the things going on in our lives. However, God has a plan for all of us, and we should keep our focus on that, and we'll all live better lives that way.
And also, you mentioned a lot, words are very important. They can change the way that we connect with others. They can change our decisions, everything, right? So what do you want to go deep with this book? Like, you want to go to the kids, everyone in the house. Just tell me a little bit more deep about the book.
Well, it's thick, as you can see. So it's like a go. So it's a go-to. You know, it's kid-friendly. You know, it has lots of words of wisdom, insights, lessons, you know, things that we've experienced in our lives. And we're telling you, hey, we went through this too. You can get through it. You know, some powerful words of encouragement for something you may have went through, or you might be going through something that day and you just go to a page in here, find something in here that there is something in here for everybody.
And you were friends before this? Or how did you just connect?
No, I met Shantina from this book, but I've always known Latrice. But you see, as you can see, these are two amazing women. So imagine 36 amazing women.
That's what I was thinking. Can you imagine 36 women together putting like ideas on a book? Like I think is incredible what you guys doing. So what do you want to see yourself on the future? Like, are you going to come out with another book?
Yes, we have volume 2 coming out. Yes, volume 2 coming out.
I can feel it.
But I wanted to say first, not only do we have this book, we also have a journal.
Okay.
It's a matching journal, for this book, where you can, you open up the journal. Yes.
Oh, I see.
And it's amazing. You can write in it.
And you have also right there, I don't know if you can see it right there. Yeah, you can, it's a journal, you can write it on it, and you have messages, and you can, oh my God, I love it. I need one of these.
Yeah, so it has a matching journal with it. You can get them both or separate, but I would get both of them together because they both go hand in hand, and as you're writing and just referring to the book, you know, it just makes for a great devotional or just something, journal or something for you to use, you know, daily.
That is awesome. And do you have any event coming up that you're going to show your book?
Yes, so we have volume 2 coming out. It comes out this month, but we have a book launch, a live book launch where you can come and meet all the authors and purchase the book and that journal on February 25th in Norfolk, Virginia. And if they go to my page or any one of their pages, they can get all the information about that.
So in that day, everybody can go, meet with you ladies, talk, chat, and also sign the book.
Autograph.
Yes.
Yes, autograph. I love that. And where's that's going to be?
That's going to be in Norfolk, Virginia. So
Okay.
if they go to my page, they'll get the address and all that soon.
So
Yes.
all the details.
All
gonna
the
be
details,
laid out.
yes.
Well, thank you so much for what you're doing. I think this is great. It's amazing. And we need this, please, words of wisdom. Yes. But keep doing your awesome work. Love you, ladies. Thank you so much for being with us today. So now, to keep the awesomeness here on Living 7x7, let's go with Quincy and Ashley.
Hey, thanks, Patricia. Now, our next guest is a 5-time award-winning host of his own podcast, and it's also on iHeartRadio, where he interviews celebrities and influencers about their road to recovery. I'm up here stumbling because I'm amazed at this man's accomplishments. Welcome to the show, Dion Campbell, a.k.a. Legend, or King Legend 757?
King Legend 757.
Ooh.
It's an honor to be here.
Well, hey, look, it's an honor to have you here. First of all, congratulations on the awards that you have won for your podcast. What type of celebrities have you interviewed? That sounds pretty interesting.
I mean, a variety, all walks of life, A-list celebrities, B-list celebrities.
Names, man,
You know,
names.
Michael Blackson.
Okay.
Lunel, Red Grant.
I love her.
She's
So mainly
amazing.
like a lot of comedians, right?
Comedians, also singers, actors. I had Breely Evans up there.
Yeah.
Our interview was amazing as well. She's an amazing person,
Yeah.
so I try to keep it so people can get up there and get influenced by people who's actually living the life and explaining their, expertise with us.
Okay.
Now, Q had to jump in and ask the cool question first about the celebrities, but why podcasting? Like, what made you choose to do a podcast?
It was something to keep me active, before podcasting I was doing photography and my encounter with COVID ended up keeping me at the house. I said, I gotta be productive. And so you can be productive no matter what your circumstances or environments is. That's how I ended up starting the podcast. And so
Hold up, tell me. So you say your encounter with COVID. Like, how bad was it?
12 days on a ventilator.
Woo!
Yeah.
12 days on the ventilator. Wow. So is that what the book is about there?
Absolutely. Ventilators, my experience I went through. It's the actual account for everything that happened, play by play from my perspective.
Did you have it, I guess, in 2020?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow.
Man, that's wild.
It's a miracle to still be here talking to y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
well,
is.
the fact that you're here and then you've done something with it by creating that podcast. And, on top of all that, like, what are you currently working on? I know you got to have other projects that you're involved in.
Well, right now I got a new book that's going to be coming out soon. I can't let y'all know the release date yet, but it's still coming.
Okay.
It's a new project that we're working on. And as far as we're doing things to give back to the businesses out there. So we have a new addition to the show called Business Spotlight.
Okay.
So if anyone's interested in that, they can definitely reach out via our website.
Wow.
Very, very cool. Now, I have to know, where did you get your name from?
Wow, King Legend.
Yeah.
Look at
You want to know?
it up, didn't he?
That's like a tall order.
Right.
A king
And
is
a
like,
legend.
yeah, and a
Absolutely.
legend at the same time.
Absolutely. So the name actually came from Xbox gamer tag. So back when you were trying to figure out a gamer tag, you had to come up with something creative. So King Legend's what I came up with because to me, a king is just a title.
Yeah.
It doesn't define who you are as a person. So you have good kings, you have bad kings, you have coward kings, you have all types of kings.
Right.
So what defines you as a person is your legacy.
Nice.
How people remember you when you're gone. And so my legacy is about other people. It's never about self. When you leave, it's about what people remember about you. So you put them together, you got King Legend.
Legend. Well, I know they always say, like, on your grave, it's like, what did you do with your dash?
Right.
So that makes a lot of sense. So,
Right.
cool. It looks like you faced some challenges and you've overcome those challenges.
Absolutely. Through a lot of prayer and,
Yeah.
people really just having my support. I appreciate everybody that took a play in the process.
And what kind of legacy would you like to leave behind?
Just one where other people can know that you have an opportunity to make a difference. Even if
Okay.
you can't impact everybody, you can impact your direct environment that you're in.
All
And
right.
that's what it's about.
Now, Quincy put all this popcorn on the table and then he instructed me not to eat it, which we all know is hard for me because I love to snack. What is going on with all the popcorn on the table?
All right, so it was inspired by King Legend here. Legend, King Legend. You're a legend, but you know, like all the obstacles that you've overcome some obstacles. We've all overcome some obstacles in life. So this is like a mind busters type of deal here, where, as you can see on camera, you've got a set of 4, a set of 3, a set of 2, a set of 1. Same thing over here. What you guys have to figure out is how to make it 4, 3, 2, 1. So you have to reverse it. Right now it says 4, 3, 2, 1 going this way, but you got to make it the other way. But you can only move one piece of popcorn, okay?
Do you have to move a piece?
You have to move a piece, Ashley. I just
have a
said.
question.
Because it could be reversed if I just like looked at it this way. Now it's the other way for me.
No, so you move.
I have a question. Can we team up?
No. So
I was going to ask you to move my pieces for me.
no. So just move one
Teamwork
piece
makes the
because
dream
we
work,
only got a
baby.
little bit of time. So y'all try to figure it out, and while you
Okay.
figure that out, I'll ask you another question. All
Okay.
right. So by moving one piece, you'll make it 4, 3, 2, 1 the opposite way. And how many other challenges have you had to face in life that you've overcome and you've been proud about? While you figure that out.
See, you got me. Being a first-time dad, you know, I've never had no experience with having kids. I got a beautiful daughter now.
Yeah.
So as I try to figure out this popcorn situation,
All right. So just move one. Okay.
I did it!
Hold up. Oh, it looked like.
this is not going to work for
No.
me.
It looked like Ashley did it. So,
I did it!
So now look, it says 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
She took this one right here, put it in this spot right here, and now you've completely reversed it. Those are
Amazing.
challenges.
Amazing.
So now you can challenge anybody else. It was very simple, and it was with popcorn. Very simple. So we're going to get ready to go to break, and when we come back, we got Exploding Sun going to take the stage, okay? So you guys stay right there, and we will be right back.
And thank you, Mom and Dad, for those SAT prep classes.
Yeah, and then I'm going to...
Welcome back to the coolest show in town. As you can see, I am chillaxing right now because I am so excited about the awesome show we had today.
Oh, yeah. A lot of, you know what? The popcorn. That's the only thing I'm taking from this right now. Because that was sweet, salty popcorn. That was
And the
the
food,
best.
you try
Yes.
also the delicious egg rolls.
Yes.
So it was different flavors, right? It was the
There were
Philly.
Philly cheesesteak and crab cakes and Cajun, I think.
Wow.
And there were so
I
many.
didn't get any.
I tried one and I saw Ashley eat them all.
Yeah, Ashley ate
Yes,
them
she
all.
did.
They are
Yes,
so
she did.
lying. I only ate 2.
She's like, I can have another one.
You only ate
But
2
yes,
and
they
it's
were
3 of us.
delicious.
But
And
another amazing thing about today's show was we had 3 different segments with guests who had all released books,
Yes.
which I love because that really shows like the level of the guests we have on our show.
Yeah. They're
love
writing
it.
books and inspiring a lot of people.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. There's so many cool things that I know we're looking forward to this year, especially being back. And one of them, what's that?
This is from my book.
Oh, okay. All right. So she has a bookmark. Cool.
You know, our new open was so cool and it
Yeah.
reminded me of how awesome last year was. And I'm going to manifest it right now. This year is going to be even better.
So, well, I know for a fact that we are going, can we say it? Not
Say
yet.
what?
Yeah.
We're going to Croatia.
Yep.
With Ashley,
Yeah.
and then we're going to Dubai for the show. So we're gonna just leave it there, like a tin.
Hold up,
Stay
how
tuned.
And we're definitely going to
You're
see the
not
Backstreet
coming,
Boys
Quincy.
again.
No, this is something the girls are planning, and Melissa.
Okay, so they didn't plan none of that. Just like we didn't plan what you was about to say. You know what? It's time to get up out of here because see now I'm hurt. Now I'm
Okay,
upset.
now you're hurt.
I go on these cruises,
Okay,
and so now y'all
the
wanna do
audience,
it.
they're gonna understand me. This is because you never take me with a cruise ship with you, so now
Make
we're not
sure
taking
you follow us on
Okay.
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Share your ideas via share@living757.com. We love to hear from you guys.
All right, and now we leave you with the band who we interviewed earlier, Exploding Sun
Exploding
with
Sun.
Frame
Yes,
of Mind.
take over, guys.
Take care.
See you next week.
Long road and twists and turns, good in the bay. Ups and downs and all the things you never had. Gone through a change as you rearrange. And time keeps you going somewhere. I'll drive until I find what I came here for. Left out of everything, there must be something more. Looking for a new start that I can't seem to find. It's alright, all you need is a different frame of mind. Yeah, a different frame of mind. Yeah, a different frame of mind. Yeah. A world outside of you and one inside too, measured by your faith and tested by faith. These are the moments you love to hate, and these are the days that you can't waste. I'll drive until I find what I came here for. Left out of everything, well there must be something more. Looking for a new start that I can't seem to find. It's alright, all you need is a different frame of mind. Yeah, different frame of mind. Yeah, a different frame of mind. Yeah, a different frame of mind. Yeah, I'll drive until I find what I came here for. Left out of everything, well there must be something more. Looking for a new start that I can't seem to find. It's alright, all you need is a different frame of mind. Yeah, a different frame of mind. Yeah, a different frame of mind. Yeah. Yeah, a different frame of mind. Yeah.